Calling all killers, this is the Kings of Kill podcast. I'm Zach.
I'm Steven.
Together we are the Kings of Kill, bringing you the show dedicated to the love of all things horror. And this week we've got another killer request from our amazing fan, Steven. What we're talking about today.
White noise.
White noise. Oh, man. I have not seen this in years. I'm stoked to talk about it.
It's been a long time.
But first, long time. But do us a huge favor. Head on over to kingsofkill.com. That's our website. There you can request episodes just like this one. Plus, find a bunch of ways to support us. Keep us giving you more and more content, like shopping our merch. Kingsofkill.com. And if you're sick of listening to us and want to see our pretty faces, Steven, where can people do that?
We're on YouTube now. It's wild.
We're on YouTube? Holy shit.
We got a page.
How exciting. Check us out, Kings of Kill on YouTube. Follow us on Instagram, Kings of Kill Podcast, on Twitter, KKill Podcast, and even, dare I say, TikTok.
We're on the talk.
We're on.
You hate it. I love it.
I can't stand it. It's the worst. I thought it got banned. Like, what happened to that? What was the whole uproar
Trump
about
was
that?
like, I hate TikTok, so I'm gonna... No, he basically said, like, everybody loves it, so I hate it, and he decided to try to ban it, and it didn't work.
Is that what happened? Is that Steven
pretty
read
sure
in
that's what he
history
told
books?
me. He told me that. I don't
You guys go
remember
way
what
back.
the ban was or anything. I never really looked up to. All I read was Trump's trying to ban it, and that was it. And I was like, fuck that. I don't know what happened. It didn't work. So
But
here I
we're
am
on
on
it.
TikTok, fucking hours a day.
Check us out. You know what's so funny about TikTok? It rhymes with something that we've been working on, and we're gonna start. Now, for those of you that don't recall, I received a message from someone saying, "Hey, I'm about to listen to the show," but instead of the show, they said KOK to abbreviate for Kings of Kill. And then I realized that our show is called Cock.
It's good
Not-
abbreviation.
Not the it's a pretty sweet acronym, not the brightest moment, but hey, we're embracing it. We've already had some cockfights. Steven is the reigning defending cock champion. If you're watching us on YouTube, you can see his championship belt there in the
It's true.
back that he earned.
Oh, is it in frame?
Yeah, it's in
That's
frame.
totally
I see
by
it.
accident. Weird.
Oh yeah, that is not believable. Oh my goodness, really?
That's so
I'm
weird.
shocked. Goodness
my God.
gracious. I'm coming for that belt, by the way. I want that back. We have another cockfight soon. But also, another concept that we're going to release to you guys live, Cock Talk. What's Cock
Cock Talk.
Well, we absolutely love horror. The show is dedicated to horror. The channel's dedicated to horror. But we've got a lot of requests from people that just don't quite fit in to the perfect mold of horror. Now, we've done some like sister-adjacent things, but some things just don't quite count. Some
There's a
subjects
lot
just
to talk about.
don't fit in. Yeah, we have a podcast. We just fucking bullshit for a living.
It's true. It's true.
So Cock Talk is where you can request a topic that isn't a horror movie. We're just going to take on one subject and blow through it. I don't know. You want to hear two idiots' opinions on stuff? Well, that's Cock Talk.
I'm sure we'll derail the conversation for an hour. Someone will.
Last week we did make an hour and 20-minute movie into like a 2-hour cluster of an episode.
That's probably the worst movie we've watched. I've watched. Zombievers is something, and so is Thanksgiving, but Wraith.
I hold Zombievers and Thanksgiving though like in a near and dear place in my heart. Like, because there's a charm to it.
This one was like.
Well,
bad.
Wraith did do certain things well.
True.
It just there was too many holes. It fell flat too many times.
We'll just put it under unholy.
But
Put it in the
Oh,
cock
man.
box of shit movies.
we're gonna cock block movies. Oh shit!
There it is. Cock block
God
movies. Wraith,
damn.
unholy.
But then again, it's just our not so humble opinion. But everyone's got opinions. If you disagree, write to us. Tell us about it.
Yeah, tell me how wrong I am. Go ahead.
KingsandKillPodcast@gmail. Let us know because we care about what you think. All right, we're talking about White Noise. Directed by Jeffrey Sachs, written by Niall Johnson, came out in 2005, rated PG-13, which is usually a bummer. Not too bad in this case, but, I don't know. Hour 41-minute running time, or an hour 37, depending on what version you're going to watch. Had a $10 million budget, made 24 opening weekend, went on to make over 90 worldwide. It was filmed in the UK and Canada and here in the States, and starring fucking Batman.
The Batman.
Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton plays Jonathan.
What a role.
I love Michael Keaton. I think he's so underrated, it's criminal.
Underrated?
Yes, he's underrated.
Is he underrated? I never thought of that.
I'll cockfight you right now.
He's not underrated. He's
He's
perfectly
underrated.
rated. He's perfectly rated.
Well, maybe. Okay, how often does Mike Keaton come in a conversation about really good actors? Almost never.
Okay, got me there. I'll agree with you, but I'll win.
I think he's underrated. Now, like that, huh? Our amazing fans, our killer fans, you're the ones that actually vote on the winners of the cockfights. We don't actually determine it. We put a poll up on Twitter. Put a poll up every single week. So your voice actually matters here on the King's Kill podcast. Michael Keaton. So he started off as like a comedic actor, and then when he got the role of Batman, everyone shouted at him and said he's gonna be awful.
Bullshit.
I think he proved everybody wrong.
He's the Batman.
Did you watch Birdman?
Yes, loved it.
That was fascinating. It was so refreshing to
totally
get
different than what I thought I was going into, but I loved it.
Same. It was so
I think
refreshing
everybody
to get
was on
a
that same page there.
of something so un-Hollywood to come from Hollywood. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It
and
was.
how
It was.
it's assumed to be all in one take.
It's obviously not, but they did a damn good job
Yeah,
of making it continuous.
At first, they tried to sell it as all one take, but yeah, I don't.
They loosened up a little bit as it went, but
it's
anyways.
It's very close.
It's fantastic. Michael Keaton. Do you think? I think he's one of the best Batmans. I think that's
Yes. Yeah.
I think he's on anyone's list. If he's not top 3, I don't know what the fuck's wrong with you.
If he's just not your first Batman, then fuck. No, what are most people gonna say? Like Val Kilmer, George Clooney.
I heard Val Kilmer had a bad stint with throat cancer. I think he's recovering right now.
He is recovering. His documentary is out soon. Val.
I'm
gonna try to check it out. The trailer looks very, very good.
Yeah.
I didn't know he was like super into film like that. Like he filmed his whole life. Like
I didn't know
all these
either.
moments. Yeah.
I think that made him even cooler.
I think we just thought he was an asshole because of Top Gun.
I think like when you play so good, you typecast yourself. God damn it! My wall is ringing.
Ah, nice. Michael Keaton. Calling in.
It's Keaton. Is today the show? Yeah, bro.
He's late.
For those of you that don't know, I would unplug my phone, but it's in the goddamn wall. Where I live, the landline is hardwired to a ringer installed in the wall. It just rings. It's only telemarketers. I never use my landline. That's that
How
ring.
long does this go?
It could last for a long time. I don't have an answering machine either.
How much are walls to replace? You can knock it down.
Not only that, there was just a Zon gun installed on my property. You know what Zon gun is?
No.
Uh, you ever been like at a park and you hear like a faint distant and like
Oh,
birds
is it
shoot
like
away?
to scare away the geese and kids or
Yep.
something?
It's yeah. I live in the boonies. I live in the middle of nowhere, and I'm surrounded by farm fields, and very close to my house there has been a Zon gun installed. So
That's
throughout
gotta
the
be
day, it sounds like someone is unloading a shotgun in my front yard.
Yeah, that's what
That's
it does
what's
sound like. Cause
that's what's new with me.
that's fun.
Yeah.
Sleeping's
So
cool. Sleeping's cool.
this room is I'm just putting all sorts of like sound dampening shit all over this room to sort of soften the blow. I think it's working. Sounds like it's working. Yeah, Zon gun. Don't get one.
I won't. You know what? I might. I might.
Howdy, neighbor. Just installing something real quick.
Yeah, this was a real weird role for Michael Keaton, though. My opinion. I don't think he was the right person to do it.
I don't know. See, at first he was a little too Mr. Mom for me. You know,
Yes.
it definitely had like a weird Amblin vibe at the beginning of it. You know,
This
pretty house, pretty
obviously this came
neighborhood,
out after
pretty
Mr.
life,
Mom, but
pretty family.
yeah,
Yes, it did.
yeah, it definitely did. But shit, I've totally forgot about Mr. Mom, and that's definitely what his character is.
Yeah.
That's how he acts in this. Maybe some multiplicity or whatever, but like not much. It's Mr.
I
Mom.
don't think he was miscast. I think it was a good role for him. Some of the dialogue was a little
It's a little stiff.
unpolished.
Yeah,
You know what I mean? I'm not sure if that's his
It seems
delivery.
like this movie was just a first draft, and they said, "Fuck it." There's a lot of 2005 horror. Let's just make a movie.
Speaking of Michael Keaton and stiff, that sounds weird, but
Go on.
the bat suit, the
yeah.
bat suit, the cowl was one piece, and in it he gets asked like, "How'd you move so uniquely?" Because in it there's a scene where Batman looks left and looks right, and it's very dramatic. What all it is though is he's like, I couldn't turn my goddamn head, so I had to move my whole body to look left, and then I had to jump back around to look right. Yeah, fun fact.
That's
Batman's
good, Michael
amazing.
Keaton
I could talk
trivia.
about Batman all God.
I
damn.
know this episode is probably just gonna be Batman.
No,
I already knew it going in.
I'm afraid. I'm sorry. I'm trying not to. I'm a Bat freak. It's my favorite goddamn superhero. It's one of my favorite characters of all time. Batman's badass. I will fight you.
I like Batman.
You should love Batman.
Cool dude.
Cool, bro.
Pretty cool guy.
All right, we're talking about white noise. It starts off with like static. The interesting about like
Not
there's a
Static
lot of-
X. Static from the TV.
Static X. Oh my
They don't
god.
push it.
It used to be so hard, dog. Static X with the hair straight
Dude, his
up
hair
like
looked like
Marge
the
Simpson.
fucking Slim Jim commercial.
Snap into a Slim Jim.
What the fuck?
Macho Man Randy Savage.
Yeah, but
with,
before
like,
that,
the
or
jacket
was
and
it
the
before or
tassels.
after when they had that really skinny dude with the
I think it was before. He had like the overalls
yeah, and he
and
had
shit.
just like a Static X hair.
He had Static X hair. You're right. So you get this really cool, interesting staticky intro. There's a lot of audio play in here where like it uses auditory jump scares, and I like that. Usually I hate jump scares, but all the jump scares in this it was sound. It wasn't visual. You know, I thought that was
Almost-
really unique. Most
Almost
of
like The Strangers. If this movie or like The Strangers is turned down a little bit, this movie sucks. Or those movies suck. If you have surround sound or something, it's good. Because this movie definitely, it's just all sound.
I think we don't give enough credit to sound. I mean the work it takes to balance the sound, to add nuances, to make sure the music, the score's right. You know, I mean, it really affects the mood. It really affects the mood.
Yeah, exactly. In this movie, yeah, all the scares, everything is just on sound.
It's all auditory. Yeah.
It's so weird. I mean, it's not that weird, but good move.
We get this awesome quote at the beginning, and it goes, "Nobody knows whether our personalities pass on to another existence or sphere. But if we can evolve an instrument so delicate as to be manipulated by our personalities as it survives the next life, such an instrument ought to record something." Thomas Edison said that.
Oh, that guy did? Shit. Was that a scene?
Another one of your bros. So this movie is about EVP, electronic voice phenomenon, where it's believed that some people believe that the dead can communicate via electricity, and they can do that using radio waves, static, electronics, noise, basically. An EVP recording. If you've ever seen a ghost hunting show, that's the premise. Now, it's interesting. Like, I'm not sure if I believe or don't believe in the afterlife, you know what I mean? But I'm fascinated by the possibility, what if? You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
Like,
an EVP.
The DMV.
The DMV. It's weird because I don't know if I believe it more than, like, I mean, there's a lot of shit to, like, prove that there's ghosts and stuff, or, like, you know, those the ghost gadget stuff. But a machine recording the sounds is a little weird to me because it could just be frequencies from walkie-talkies or cell phones. You remember, like, back on the old Nokias or just, like,
Nokia
old-ass
bricks.
phones? Yeah, like, it picked up, like, fuck, how do you explain it? It had that, like, not internet dial-up sound, but it like, dun 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 dun. Do you remember that?
I do. It's that.
And it picked up
yes.
weird shit, and that's that's
it's
what
interference.
EVP. It's like
it's an interference. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it could be. So it's not super believable over everything else to me. I don't know. Fucking Michael Keaton.
I think. Well, I don't know. Like, there's. I swear, a lot of weird shit happens here at my house, and I'm not saying I believe in ghosts. I'm not saying it's paranormal. I'm just saying some of the noises and odd events I haven't been able to disprove. You know what I mean? And that
you should get a Ouija board.
Just ignites my fire. That's what I should do. Yeah. I mean, I'm sure it's bullshit, but fucking
just
what
get a Ouija
if,
board,
man?
Put candles around it and leave it there. Just go to bed. See what happens.
See what happens.
If it doesn't communicate, then it's not one of those.
One really interesting thing that I find fascinating is a spirit box, which is an electronic device that sweeps back and forth through radio frequencies. And I'm sure it's just gibberish being caught here and there, but sometimes, like, I don't know, you get these edits on shows where it's just uncanny how spot on some of these things are. But then again, it could be edited, and it could have been a question asked 5 minutes ago. Who the hell knows? I don't know. I'm just saying it's fascinating. It really is. Like,
it really
is. People have energy about them. You know what I mean? Like, literally, our hearts are goddamn batteries. We have electricity coursing through our goddamn veins. You know what I mean? Like,
tight.
What if? What happens? You know? I don't know. I just don't know. Anyways, white noise. So what white noise actually is, I didn't know, but like sound technicians are aware of noises that have color. There's white noise and pink noise and brown noise. And so what white noise is it's several, to my understanding, I'm pretty sure it's several frequencies all emitting the same energy at the same time. And that's the noise that we hear.
Static.
Yeah, it comes out as static. And then like pink noise, for example, is the noise in between our heartbeats, is what I read today.
What?
I don't know. I'm just sharing some cool
Let's get
facts.
that scientist on the show.
Yeah. It's called Bill Nye. Bill Nye. It's called Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Let's get him on.
They're good friends. They're big fans.
Big fans.
Hi, Neil.
Oh, Neil. First name basis, huh?
We're buds. We're buds. So we get a really cool staticky intro, and we get our first jump scare, just like a big pop of noise. It turns out it zooms out, and it turns out just to be radio. And we get a Mr. Mom scene. We get Mike Keaton. He's playing dad. He's married to Anna, played by Chandra West. He's got a little boy. It's breakfast. Everyone's happy. Like, it's such a pretty house. It's a 2-story house in a nice neighborhood right by the lake.
Classic
Everyone's pretty.
family scene.
Everyone's wealthy. Everyone's in a great mood. It's great. I don't know. It's turns out Michael Keaton tries to get fresh with his wife. She pushes him off. He's like, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "Tee." He's like, "What's wrong?" The vibe just isn't there. And she's like, "I'm pregnant." And they're like, "Oh my God, how happy." That's how you know a family is not concerned about money, when it's like, "Fuck yeah, let's have more kids." You know what I mean? Like, that's how you tell, like, "Oh yeah, 85, let's go." They celebrate, and then wifey is with little boy, and she's driving off to work. They have an amazing house, lakeside, just off of a beautiful neighborhood, and wifey is driving a bug convertible. What a stupid car.
I don't buy it. They robbed somebody. They killed the family. All right, hold on here.
Wait. Keaton? Ooh,
yeah,
backstory.
He's the real villain in this movie. They killed a
Plot
rich
twist.
family. They drove their little bug or whatever the fuck that was.
And Shyamalan over here. Plot twist.
Cat wants in my door, and I don't give a shit. Anyways, go on. I don't care about this story I was going to make up. Whatever.
Man, what a badass statement. My kitty cat wants in my room, but I'm going to tell him no. You said that so fucking proud. Like, I'm in charge of this house.
This is my room.
Yeah, anyways, she drives off, and Keaton's all excited. He goes to work. She's a famous writer. He's a successful architect. It's pretty campy. Like, this is a very happy, successful family. It's getting on my nerves. It's just it's too goody two shoes. It's too clean. He's ordering chocolate and flowers, all excited. And then he gets home.
Celebrate this baby.
When he gets home, and the missus hasn't shown up yet. He opens a bottle of wine. He waits. He falls asleep at the kitchen counter. He waits. He calls. He waits. He calls. He wakes up because he passed out on the counter after downing a bottle of wine. It's 2:30 a.m. and she's not home.
We've all been there.
And he's like, "Oh, that's weird." and then it jumps to the morning, and unfortunately, she was in, as far as you know, she's been in a terrible car accident. We don't know where her body is. It's pretty sad. This movie does something cool though. It gives information. It delivers exposition through news events in the background. I think it's really clever because it's so awkward to have like a story forced through dialogue. It's exposition is tough. You need it, but like it's tough. For example, like when you're playing a video game, you let the cat in. Big bad, ain't no cat getting in my room.
Fucking badass.
when playing a video game, and it's like, ooh, I better. There's a piece of paper on the counter. I better read it. And hello, cat. What's this one's name? How many cats do you have?
It's Cheeto. There's like 4 in the
Cheeto?
house.
Your gray cat is Cheeto.
Yeah, like 10 years old.
Damn.
You're old.
You have 4 cats? You're a crazy cat lady.
Well, I got 3 roommates. I don't even know if I own a cat.
They're just there.
Which one are you today?
Like, say you're playing a video game, right? And you pick up, like, you find a piece of paper, right? And it's like, oh, we were being shot at and the walls were closing in. I just felt like writing this fucking note amidst a terrible tragedy.
Classic.
This doesn't make sense. Like,
a
diary
story
entry.
through the
A
news.
monster's chasing me right now. I'm just holding my diary, sketching a note.
That's why it's
and leaving
important
it
to collect all
randomly
the
on a piece.
journals in a game.
It
why they're
doesn't
there.
make sense, especially like when you have exposition dump through dialogue. This is really good. It's playing off the audio factor. We got radio and news in the background explaining what happened. I just thought it was really clever.
It's clever. You're right.
Anyways, it's turns out later that a body was found, washed ashore. It's sad. You know, his wife passed away. This movie really is about. It's about grief. You know, it's about
the whole
dealing
thing,
with sorrow and how you can slip into anger, or even a little bit of madness, just processing this stuff.
Movie. Also, should have been a Lifetime movie almost.
It's just hard. It's just hard losing someone you love, and you just never know how you can deal with it. Like 6 months pass between when we find out the wife passed away and Keaton trying to heal, and he's nowhere near healed. It's just so tough.
No, you
losing
never
a loved
heal
one
from that shit. You just gotta figure out a way to deal with it.
Losing a loved one is just hard. I remember when my godmother passed away. It was heartbreaking. It was absolutely awful. And my sister came into town, and I was still working at the fucking coffee shop, and she came through, and she was just getting a coffee. She just hit town, and I just saw her, and I was like, "Hey, are you? You know, I love you. Are you all right?" And she was like stone cold fine, and then looked at me with just big swollen eyes, and she's like, "I'm a mess," and it just started streaming, and I'm like, "Fuck!" Like the feeling of heartache after loss. Like, I'll never forget that visual, you know what I mean? Because I'm trying to stay composed. She's obviously trying to stay composed. Just drove, 2 hours to get here. And just her going from stone cold solid, I'm good, I'm strong, to just like, hey, how are you? And it's just, oh, fuck. Terrible, Losing people is just... What?
So you can break in seconds.
Oh. I thought you said 8 breaking seconds. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about? It's like you're coaching Rocky. What?
Well, shit, Rocky's a good movie.
Let me tell you something, Rock. Yeah, I mean, it just grief is so hard, and like in this film, he loses his wife.
The whole movie is just depressed.
Gone one. Well, yeah. Yeah, it is, man. It is. It's sad. It's hard. Anyone who's, we've all lost somebody, and it's just difficult. It's just really, really difficult. And you're right. You just never get over that.
Yeah, like when my mom got a game over like 3 years ago, I'm not over it, but I just deal with it.
Yeah.
Just deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just something.
Probably should have said she got a game over.
And
that's how you deal with it. You got to joke around with it,
We all process in our own way.
Yeah, that's the way to put it.
Yeah, we do. Your mom was badass, man.
I remember I was watching. Whatever. I was gonna go into Rugrats, dude. I was gonna just take a whole fucking road. Fucking cat.
I'm interested in this Rugrat road.
Oh, I remember when I got the call. We were watching the Rugrat Passover episode.
That's a good episode.
Good episode, yeah.
That's a good episode.
Everybody that was watching it with me, and they just like froze and stuff, and I just unpaused Rugrats. I was like, continue.
I remember
We'll deal with it later.
When that happened, you ghosted out. You were gone, and I kept reaching out to you, reaching out to you, reaching out to you. I had no idea what was up. It was before that happened. You were just super super distant, and I started calling you like, I don't know, like a stalking girlfriend, like fucking several
Every
times
day
a
I think
day.
there's a text like, "Are you okay? Hey, are you okay? Are you okay?" And then like
Yeah.
7 missed calls. I just fucking left.
I was a stalker, and then
Bye, everyone.
one day you just fucking answer. You're like, literally, this is. I was like, man, shit, it's been a long time. Like, what's going on? You good? He's like, yeah, okay, so this is the thing. He just laid it out. Man, we all process differently, and yeah, it's tough. Loss is tough. Mike Keaton loses his lovely wife. Somehow, okay, that's never explained. Don't know how.
Yeah, I don't think they even mention it in the news articles or anything. Like,
Yeah.
hey, there's a boy in that crash also that lived.
Bit of a
miracle. It's a miracle.
Bit of a hole there. Anyways,
One
it's
of
been
1,000.
There's a few. It's been 6 months. He's moving into a different place, get out of the house, or later on he moves. He's just trying to distance himself from the memory. His boy is actually from a previous marriage, and his ex-wife is being supportive as she can. She's like helping watch him while he grieves, which that's hard
so
too.
Hard. What the hell?
That's hard too. Like do you try to cope yourself? Do you try to like help your child? Like, god damn. What a terrible fucking spot.
Yeah, so this isn't Michael Keaton's kid. It was the mom's. Right?
I think it was his kid, but with a different girl.
Oh, shit. I thought the boy was the mom's kid.
No, the boy's
It
mom.
wasn't Keaton's kid. Oh, shit. I was going to say, like, fuck, sell the kid for beer money or something.
The boy's mom is played by Sarah Strange. She plays Jane. She's the boy's mom.
That's strange.
God damn it. You ever play the game Life is Strange? It's really interesting.
Yeah, that's the...
Kind of like a soap opera, choose your own thing. Yeah.
Choose your own...
It was
like Wolf
very
Among Us
interesting.
or the Walking Dead one. Those are
Yeah.
great.
I hadn't played Walking Dead one, but Wolf Among Us was a lot of fun.
The best thing about the Walking Dead one, none of those characters are in it. At least I don't think, because I didn't play the last 2 episodes.
Oh, it was like a unique storyline. That's cool.
It was its own thing. Yeah.
Good.
I think maybe Glenn's. I don't remember. I don't think
love
anybody from the show is.
I love the cell shading art design of Wolf Among Us.
Yeah,
Really
Wolf
clever.
Among Us was great.
I like that. Yeah.
And the Batman one too. Tall Tale or Tail.
Yeah, those were
Whatever.
really good. Telltale.
fun.
Also, along those lines, similarly, Until Dawn. Man, what a
dude.
crazy
I
game!
would love to play that game again.
That's one of the few games that actually truly is replayable because
Yes,
so many
different
different
story each
outcomes
time.
are possible. So much fun. Anyways, so Keaton is pulling out of his driveway. Now, we talked about his wife drove a convertible Bug. Maybe if she was in a real car, she would have had a
One that
goddamn
matched
chance.
their riches.
You take a Bug, you cut it in half.
Maybe it just
This
meant
is Barbie's
so much
dream
to
house.
her.
He's driving an old Ford Explorer. What the shit? What is?
Dude, I don't know. Whose job would that be? Art director?
Maybe.
Fired. The hell out of
Well,
here.
it's the director's job to be like, nah, I don't buy them. I don't buy them having
They should
$10,000
know better.
vehicles apiece. Oh well, it's fine. I'm just nitpicking.
Maybe he's frugal with everything.
As
Like, it
Keaton-
still runs. Like
I mean,
like my shoes
does
that have
make-
holes. I'm like, I'm not getting new ones. They're fine.
It does make sense if you're gonna spend the fortune, spend it on the house, not the car. But
Yeah.
I don't know. It just I'm nitpicking, but it just doesn't fit.
You gotta show off
Keaton's
something.
gonna go to work. Keaton's gonna go to. That's what I'm saying, dude. If it was my way, I'd have a car for every day of the week. I love cars.
Fuck. What's your
Yeah,
Tuesday
fuck the-
car?
Fuck the size of that. It depends. I change my mind all the time. What's your Tuesday car? I like it. Uh, Toyota's redesigning their 86, making it kind of like a little bit of like a Supra vibe. I don't know. I kind of dig it, but that's just like an affordable, practical car that looks like it goes fast. I don't think it actually can go fast. It's got a four-banger boxer engine in it, but it looks pretty. You look bored as fuck.
I'm trying to picture a Toyota. Like, I don't know what that is.
Oh, because I said Toyota. Yeah, it's
cars
a coupe.
and me.
It's a quick
I
little
don't
coupe.
fucking know. I just know muscle cars, and that's all I want.
Dude, what
I want
was
Vin Diesel?
the fucking Tempo? The
Oh
legendary
yeah, Ford
Tempo. We
98.
used to mob around in a 98 Tempo. Was it white or blue?
It was blue, and then I got the white Taurus.
Okay.
And that wasn't cool. That wasn't too party. That was like boring.
We got many debaucherous nights, many adventures into that
We got in
vehicle.
a lot of trouble.
As you take a sip. All right. So, and he notices there is a Rover, Range Rover, actually, an expensive vehicle across the goddamn street. And in it, there is Ian McNeice, who plays Raymond Price, which I swear, isn't Raymond Price the guy behind House on Haunted Hill? Isn't that the character's name?
Raymond Price?
I know
It's just
Vincent Price acted in it, but wasn't his name Price? Or 13 Ghosts or something? Wasn't there a Price?
That sounds familiar on 13 Goes.
Right?
There's fuck. Or no, maybe
you
it was The Haunting.
If you guys know what we're talking, maybe it's Haunting. If you guys know what we're talking about, write to us.
No one knows what we're talking about.
Everyone knows what we're talking about. Every episode, we actually get messages from you guys, and we absolutely love them. You correct us, you tell us when we're idiots, you tell us when we're onto something, and you help us forget things just like this. So thank you so much. We love your comments. Hit us up.
Do it.
Email, Twitter. Doesn't matter. We're all here. We love it. We love it. He notices some guy hanging out, kind of watching him from across the street. Obviously, he knows the neighborhood, knows the guy doesn't belong. Now, Ian McNeice, who has a beautiful, sultry, ASMR-like British accent, a fantastic voice. He's a bit of a bigger fella, big boy, hefty, got some girth to him.
Girth boy. Girthy.
He does a great job in this movie, but all I could think of is, like, he looked like a Twinkie stuffed in a fucking tuna can. Like,
shit.
That vehicle was too fucking small for him. Like, it's just, again, art direction, I'm not sure, but, like, who is picking these vehicles? Like, they make huge Range Rovers. Why is his seat up against the fucking steering wheel?
Oh,
like,
yeah. He's... The steering wheel's at his chest. Doesn't
anyways.
make any sense.
Keaton goes to work.
Riding his bike. His little motorcycle or whatever. His little sidecar.
Yeah, a little moped or something. What is that? What is that?
Fucking A.
You're a wizard, Harry.
I'm a what?
Was that your Harry?
That's my Harry. I'm a what?
South Park doing Harry Potter is what that is.
Oh
my God. The fuck is happening? We're talking about white noise. We're going to focus. So, who are you? What's up? What are you doing? And you just get this nice, jolly old man being like, oh, I'm so sorry. Like, in this beautiful, pleasant British accent voice. It's I don't know. I wish I could do a British accent.
Looks scary. Just staring. Like, doing nothing. He kind of looks like a pissed off dad.
An intense gaze.
Yeah, he's like, what are you doing with my daughter? He's like,
oh yeah,
he's got that face. Even when he's trying to be funny, like in fucking Other Guys,
he looks crazy when he's trying to be funny. When he's like
very weird.
When he gives a smile, fuck, it's scary.
Let's get nuts. Man. Yeah, it's terrifying.
You want to get nuts? Come on, let's get nuts.
That's why he's the best Batman.
Oh,
but.
Man. Anyways,
I don't know what it is. Whatever.
Evening, who plays Raymond, says, "Hey, I mean no harm. I know your wife just passed away. I'm a stranger. I help people. If you need closure, come talk to me." And Keaton's like, "You can fuck all the way off. Like, I don't know who you are. Don't know what's up." He's like, "What do you think? You're some kind of like clairvoyant, some mystic?" He's like, "No, nothing like that. I just."
Are you gonna make my wife live again?
He's he's outraged, obviously, and insulted. And Raymond says, "Hey, no, you got me all wrong. I lost my son. I was losing my mind, and then I hurt him. Then I found out I hurt him again. I can help you." And he's like, "Okay, psychopath." Well, he takes him up on that offer, and it turns out that Raymond Price is infatuated with EVP. He's found a way to, through the white noise, through the static, to get glimpses, snapshots into the afterlife, and then he records it. How he does it is use radio signals, TVs. He records it and then plays it back. That's how he does it. And I remember like being young and like hearing the theory that if you record two TVs together with white noise static playing, that's how, you know what I mean? You ever hear that?
Yeah.
I swear I heard that somewhere. It's fascinating because like you're gonna get some weird noises. You're gonna get things that sound like something. Is it anything? Is it gibberish? Is it just broken signals? Who knows? Honestly, like in today's world, you're not gonna get that. You can't, like, unless you're flicking through the radio as fast as you can. Everything's digital. It doesn't have that.
It's all clear
effect.
and boring and
just like when you're watching like a spoof, like a scary story, and like someone's got a camcorder and the static comes up. You have a digital device. There's no goddamn static. What do you stop Blair Witching the shit? No one believes it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. They couldn't really do this today. Maybe. Could they do this today? Might be boring.
They can do it today. They just have to make it more digital.
That's dumb. That's stupid.
You tell Zach Baggins and the Ghost Adventures crew that's dumb.
Yeah, I guess that show's still going on their 43rd season.
Oh man. He's determined to get Ray's help, right? He's brokenhearted. He can't get over it. He has his ex-wife take his boy, and he goes over to see Ray. And Ray shows him a setup. He's got a whole room filled with electronic equipment and record stuff. And this is weird because he's got this whole room.
Goodwill in there.
Yeah.
It's all messy. And it's just like, oh, I'm going to invite this guest over and not clean up. What an ass. What were you going to say?
The guest left just like fucking 18 TVs in the middle of the floor. Is that what your cats do when you don't let them in the room? Yeah, it's really interesting. And at the time this came out in 2005, this is pretty hot. Like ghost hunting was really pretty edgy at the time. You know what I mean? I feel like it was really popular. But here's the thing. Like there are predators that will take advantage of hurt people. People who claim to be fucking psychic, who claim to sense special things, and all they need is your money to tell you about the other side. It's sad, it's disgusting, it's despicable.
It's
now,
something
I'm not saying,
we need to look into. Yeah, it's like, it's pretty sad, you know.
I'm not saying, hey, maybe someone got a weird feeling. Hey, maybe you feel at peace with loved one going. Maybe you thought you heard them one day. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying people that say, hey, do you want me to tell you about your dead fucking dad and make your life better? That'll be $300. No, do not. Stop
Can't
it.
fool me.
Hey, wait a second.
What a random thing. He just shows up out of nowhere, be like, I heard your wife. Come with me. Also,
it doesn't make sense. Anyways, he's not actually charging money. He's just doing this to help people. There's already someone there who's crying, who he's connected somehow. some positive message. He has him sit down, and immediately, sit down, static. Oh, it's your wife talking to you. How the fuck? How? Wait a second. It's been 2 seconds. Oh, that's her. That's totally her.
His wife was on hold, I guess,
on.
the whole fucking time.
Don't hang up.
At this
Please
house.
press 1.
Like, what?
I don't know.
What's it was a recording, and he was like, "Okay, this is your wife. This is gonna be crazy. I'm gonna hit play." So
I so wish
know.
instead of having a sexy British accent, he just said, "All right, so it's gonna be crazy."
You might freak out a little bit, but
oh shit,
this shit's saucy.
So he's obviously overcome the emotion. He hears what he thinks is his wife's voice. And it's really cool. You see some weird imagery accompany with it, and I kind of like this effect. It actually dated just fine when it's subtle. Like some movement in the static, you know what I mean? Which again,
Yes.
You're going to see shapes. Like, so you got the voice you can barely hear, the movement, the static you can barely see. That really aged well. That's a good, clean effect, and it looks nice. He's overcome with emotion. It was a bit too easy, but it works for the story. He tries to communicate. It doesn't quite work. He's like, hey, that's it. Like, you know, you never know what you're going to get.
Time's
We got
up.
something.
I don't have any more minutes on this.
Need another quarter in this payphone.
Like,
He
gone.
So then he asks for help, like, hey, how do you do this? And the switcher guy, or Raymond, tells him, just get a bunch of shit straight, record it, see what happens. He's like, oh, okay. He buys like every tube TV he can find, a bunch of radios, every VCR from Best Buy. He just loads up his goddamn living room with equipment and neglects his son for the next upcoming months. And
His
just
son's not in it for a very long time.
he stops going to work. he at one time he like phones in the office and he's like, "Hey, tell someone to hold my calls. You haven't been to work in a month. What?
Yeah,
hold your calls. You're
Hold
fired,
my calls
my
like
dude."
Raymond did with my wife. Yeah.
Oh,
What a
God.
fucking...
Weird stuff starts happening. Slowly, lights are flickering. Shadow. You can see shadows of the corner of your eye, but it's all subtle, you know, and it's mostly noise. It's mostly like feints of whispers and
noise.
stuff. And you don't say. You know, I absolutely hate it when people throw in the title. Like, what do people
Oh, the
want?
Titchler line? When they're
like
just
what?
like... That peak is exploding. Where? It's over there on Dante's Peak. Or some shit like that.
And then there's always a beat of... That was awful.
What are we, Ghostbusters?
Also, like, there's always a beat afterwards because they assume... The writers are assuming the audience is going to be like, oh, shit, that's
Yeah,
the name.
there's
They
a
said
long
the
pause.
name.
No one's joking. Kevin Hart's silent. Like, there's just like a... It's all quiet.
I'm
They
just
wait for
picturing
audience
Kevin
laugh.
just with that face, just
Yeah.
just stopping. Oh, my God. You know, it's amazing that our show is dedicated to horror, and it's the furthest fucking thing from scary.
I mean,
Humanly imaginable. that is the voice of a frightened boy right there.
I'm so frightened right now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Speaking of frightened, this movie's not frightening at all because I don't know. I hate scares. Like you were talking about the audio scares and stuff, but I don't think this one just had to have those pop outs and stuff. Like, obviously it's gonna be audio because it's EVP and all that shit. But like,
what happens is the first half of this movie is starkly, I don't know, I'm trying to think of a word, is vastly different from the second half. Like, most movies are built up into like 3 acts.
Oh yeah, it's like Fear.com. This movie moves exactly like Fear.com.
Ugh, Fear.com, Jesus, what a clusterfuck.
I revisited that and
I did too. It hurt.
It's very weird. It's way different than what I thought it was when I was younger. Yeah,
same with this. I remember this being terrifying. It did not frighten me. I remember this being very scary. I think the premise is frightening. You know, what if you can't talk to the other side? Whoa.
No,
You know
on
what I mean?
paper, this movie sounds awesome. And
That's what I'm saying. Like,
oh
I remember
God, you got Michael
sounding
Keaton
great.
in this?
But
It's just strange.
the first
I
half
don't
of this
know.
movie has great pacing. And then it slows to a goddamn halt on the second half. Like, it just 45 minutes goes by super quick. Then it just starts grinding. I mean,
It really drags and just sucks.
and it gives up. It gives up on the slow burn of just hearing white noise, hearing messages.
Oh yeah, they're like
Having electronic phenomena happen that's not explained. Then something happens. Then Raymond dies, a tragic accident. All these people Raymond never talked to start dying, and Michael Keaton becomes a goddamn superhero where he hears voices of the dead and needs to rescue people. Hold
He's
on.
used to that.
Wait a second.
Let me put on my
This is not the movie we signed up for. Oh man, speaking of soup,
Yeah, suddenly he's like a detective.
he starts dressing like Bruce Wayne. He starts wearing turtlenecks and blazers. Out of nowhere.
Someone was like, "Aren't you rich?" He's like, "Oh yeah."
And he starts
And he starts
solving
dressing nice.
crimes. It doesn't make any sense. It really goes off the rails. He becomes obsessed with trying to find messages from his wife. He gets all these warnings saying, "Hey, you're meddling. You're messing with stuff. You're not." You know what I mean? Like, all those warnings don't come to anything because he's still being a hero.
Yeah,
He
I
still
don't think
becomes a
he cared.
superhero. He's still saving the day. Like, I would love it if that build up. Then he gets that warning like, "Hey, you're obsessing now. You're not trying to communicate. You're altering stuff. This could be bad." Butterfly effect, or maybe find some bad spirits, which is like hinted at the whole time. Never happens. He just becomes a hero.
Yeah, and he's followed by like 3 demons. He's Constantine all of a sudden. I don't know what happened.
Nothing ever happens to it, and then at the end,
Well, because he gets messages of people that aren't dead, so obviously he's going to play Minority Report for a little bit, and it just, why did it go that way? Like,
I don't know,
because he got obsessed with TVs and EVPs.
Yeah,
he's
so
like
now he's getting messages of
DVDs
people
and shit.
Now he's getting messages from people before they die from his late wife, and he has to rescue them. Then it turns out there's been a serial killer who's also obsessed with EVP, who lives under a bridge.
That's wild. That's a crazy idea. Wrote this.
And is sacrificing all these deaths that he's been discovering to the ghosts. Then it turns into the Frighteners, and you see literal ghosts attack Michael Keaton. What?
Yeah, I don't understand
Why did you
that
throw
either.
away a great premise? You did so good for 45
They
minutes.
went from like The Ring, kind of, to fucking Frighteners. Shit, that's the name I thought it would never hear.
Did.
Michael J.
Got
Fox. Damn.
They go from such great pacing. You're starting to get invested in this Keaton character. Then it just goes off the goddamn rails. So one thing is, spoilers, I mean, Keaton dies at the end. He gets attacked by ghosts. I don't know why, but the ghosts attack him. The serial killer's been sacrificing these bodies. A detective gets there with a SWAT team.
I guess, because they're like, the demons are like, well, we need a fucking soul, dude. And he's like,
it doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense.
They like break his arms and legs, and he falls hella far.
This could have been such a slow burn if it just got a quick rewrite, you know.
It was really weird too.
And you just acted, and you just kept it true to the character. If you're trying to invest in Michael Keaton, who I like, I'm with you. I'm sold, right? And then you throw that away You throw that away and you take something that is mystical and somewhat believable, and then you make it overblown fantastical.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's too much. Also, you go from not seeing anything. Hey, let's show you some special effects because these will never date poorly.
Oh my god.
Shit.
It just didn't make sense. Like how we actually did a not bad of a job reviewing this, because that's how this movie goes. He's depressed and he's sad, and this Raymond dude's like, hey, I got some DVDs that show your wife or whatever, and like all of a sudden there's demons. And he's trying to save the world.
I love how you picture Raymond as like a guy in a van selling like
come on in this van, dude.
I got some DVDs for you.
Got some DVDs. $5 bid in here.
First off,
cheap.
everything takes place. Everything takes place on VHS.
True.
Everything is VHS.
That's right.
There's no static on a goddamn DVD.
Oh yeah, and also at the end, Michael Keaton's in the TV now. Now he's on TV. Finally made it.
Yeah, he's in the radio. So actually, when he
says,
passes
"I'm
away,
sorry."
One thing.
That's how he says it.
Was that Blink? Was that Blink 182? Miss you. And I'm so sorry.
He says it to his kid, and his kid just has one single tear.
It's,
his kid's back, by the way, somehow. They're like, let's bring the kid back into the film right at the end because his dad's dead.
And hold on. And obviously she's made bank because she divorced a super successful architect and she's driving a fucking minivan. Who is picking the vehicles in this movie? There's
some value to these.
The family's only
some
3 people.
Value.
It's her, it's new hubby, and then her child, and they have a 9-person van.
I like how before the credits you see Keaton and his wife in the stack. Why?
Was that it? Was that what the image was? I don't even understand.
Yeah.
And there was one more jump scare too, because like.
Well, you got to look at it like one of those paintings that have where you got to cross your eyes. It's just a fucking picture with all the. What are those?
I can't stand those optical illusions. Like I'm blind to begin with. I can't see for shit. And it was like, hey, just scrunch up your face and twist your eyes around.
Look at it forever. Like the guy on Mallrats.
I don't remember that part.
What? It's
I don't remember that part. There's a lot of shit that happens in Mallrats, man. The dialogue.
There's a lot. Well, it's just that one customer or
There's
that one
4
guy.
movies of dialogue in one movie.
He's sitting there looking at the illusion for like the whole movie, and he's trying to see the sailboat, and he can't.
Oh, I don't.
And,
I'm sorry. I know
random customers are like, "Oh, it's a sailboat," and he's like,
"Yeah,
fuck." He just never could see it.
I remember this being so creepy, and I think it's because like I don't think I've sat down and watched the whole thing. I think I've just seen bits and pieces.
Oh, I definitely
and, like,
saw
seen,
AMH.
AMH, R.I.P. Love that place.
See, like in theaters and being younger, this was a little scarier, definitely. But now that I rewatched it, that's why I said I don't think this is a Michael Keaton role. This is a role for Thomas fucking Jane.
Who?
Thomas Jane. He's hot off.
Hold on. Stop.
Was this 2005?
Stop.
What?
You drop a name. I ask who. You repeat the name. Does that? How the fuck are you educating me? I can't stand it. It's like, it's like when you can't hear someone and they're like, hey, my favorite color is blue. And you're like, what? And they just say, my favorite color is blue. Listen, say it differently. I don't know. Try something else. Don't say it at the same volume, same pitch, same slur. Like, try something different, please. Like, anyways, sorry. Who is
Thomas Jane. So this is 2005. So he did Deep Blue Sea. He's hot off. Punisher came out in 2004. Dreamcatcher in 03. So Thomas Jane. He's like the greatest. Could be a lead role, but not a lead role. Like he's a good side character. That would have been great for this.
I think Keaton did fine. I think they should have.
I didn't believe him.
See, I got to disagree.
It's definitely the casting.
When Michael Keaton died, I was like, well, that's fucking stupid. But for some reason, when they showed the funeral, it got me. I felt like, oh, that is sad. I was behind the main character.
Well, I think
that's because of Keaton. I liked Keaton. I was on his side. I don't think I could get on the Punisher side. I wouldn't care as much.
He could be sad. But, I mean,
Did you just bust up?
If you think about it, in 2005, what do we have? Devil's Rejects, The Others, Saw 2, and we're stoked on Saw 2 probably because we're like, damn, the first one was so amazing. Then we got hella let down.
And it got worse and worse.
We had House of Wax, I think, which wasn't terrible, but a remake. Paris Hilton died, so that was
Paris Hilton.
We had Hostel.
That's hot.
We had
Paris Hilton.
We had Hostel.
Oversaturated with pretty good horror, pretty decent horror. It was a fun horror time.
Amityville Horror remake.
Descent, really good. Was that with Reynolds? Ryan Reynolds?
Yeah.
Yeah. That was good.
We had 2005 was a great year for horror.
It's a lot.
And then we have this PG-13 thing.
Doesn't stand up. Doesn't stand up.
I don't think this movie standed.
If this was a made-for-TV movie, it'd be epic classic. But when you
earlier, I said this is a Lifetime horror movie.
I'm with you now. I wasn't seeing where you're going with it, but now you can compare it to these big heavy hitters. I gotta agree.
2005 was a great horror year.
Yeah.
I mean, shit, and
it's like fine wine. It's a good year.
It was a good year for it, and being PG-13 is just fucking dumb. You're just watching PG-13 Batman confused why his cable won't work. He's asking Alfred, what the fuck? Did you pay the bill?
Alfred!
But,
oh my God.
I'm going to rate it two Keaton Batman movies out of 5 that we wish we got. Does he make sense?
I'm with you, man. Hey, you rate the movies. I'm with you, man. This could have so easily been if this movie stopped 45 minutes into it, it would have been a 4 out of 5. Like, just leave it as a cliffhanger. Leave it as a sad story.
Like, you'd be like,
just make it a sad story.
Yeah, and make the wife, the whole family thing at the beginning longer, and then just Tarantino it, be like, she's dead, and oh, you can see and hear her voice. Well, maybe you're not so alone in this cave, and then it's over. Wouldn't have been that bad.
Yeah, I think this should have been a spooky tragedy instead of something really creepy and interesting, and turned out to be a cheap thrill at the end.
Yeah.
Great idea, great premise. Probably deserves a remake. I know it got a second one, got a sequel. I never watched it.
I didn't want to.
But damn it, this had something.
Too. Like, we already had a VHS movie out.
This had something. It just lost the mark. I think
it did.
It got too Hollywood. It's like, let's put some CGI, little special effects,
and all
let's
the
make
critics
it an action
and stuff
movie.
Bombed it.
Yeah,
like it made money, but everybody
it was a
complained
commercial
about
success.
It was, but everybody walked out being like, "What the hell?" Like, great.
It was a letdown.
Wow.
Great build up.
Like Avatar, I would assume. Everybody was like, "Who cares?" But we all saw it. We all made that 2 billion mark or whatever it is at.
I am so pissed that it's one
together.
of the most successful movies of all time. It's disgusting. It's disgusting.
We all helped.
Blue Pocahontas. The end.
That's all it is. It's literally Pocahontas.
God damn it.
But everything's got to take from something, so whatever.
Director stopped exploring the bottom of the ocean to come up and make Blue Pocahontas.
You shouldn't. Man, stupid.
Twitter
poll.
Oh.
From episode 39, because this one's 40.
40. Hey, congrats.
We're
hey,
at 40.
Big 4-0. Hey, before you start, a big thanks to everyone listening. 40 episodes. We appreciate you. Do us a huge favor. Share this episode. We're trying to grow. We need your help. We love that you're listening. Follow us on Instagram. Follow us on Twitter. Check us out on YouTube. Subscribe, guys. We're putting videos up right
Tell all
now
your friends, your
as we
coworkers, have a baby. Tail that baby.
Hey, baby. What did you call an ultrasound last week? Dat baby scan?
Oh, yeah, that baby. Yeah.
Hey, scan that baby real quick.
She's scanning that baby. Shit.
How's that nursing career, bro? What you do? Hold on, boss. I'm scanning that baby right quick. Hold on.
Do all the talking for everybody. From episode 39, Wraith. We weren't sure why Lance Hendrickson was in this, but what other movies have you enjoyed that he was in? Aliens. Hard Target. Such a cool movie. Mass Effect as a voice in the whole trilogy. And The Wonderful Pumpkinhead.
You know what?
Do you think it is?
I forgot about Pumpkinhead. What a crazy movie that is. What a crazy movie that is.
How many movies were there? 4 or 5?
I think at least 3, right?
There's at least 3, yes.
Man.
And
That'd be fun. That'd be a fun
I want to
series
say a
visit.
reboot on the way, but I don't know.
Yeah.
You could say a reboot's on the way for everything. Aliens took the lead.
That makes sense.
Or the whole thing. I shouldn't say lead.
Oh, was it a sweep? Was it a blowout?
No, because I was the only one that picked Mass Effect. His voice is so good in that whole trilogy. Everybody.
He has a good voice. He's got a good, deep, gravelly voice.
Obviously, Aliens is going to win. I shouldn't even put that up there.
I mean,
That's
it's
just
pretty good.
I mean,
you know,
can't not.
Aliens are one of those. It's one of those unique sequels where, like, it's arguably as good or better than the first one. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, true.
Alien is amazing, but like
Terminator.
Terminator 2.
That's another
like
one.
it's like, fuck, that is a good sequel. You know, no, that's awesome. That's awesome. Horror news. What you got?
I'll go first. I have a few.
I ask you, you're like, I will volunteer.
I will go first. You don't have to tell me. So filming is almost complete for the next Predator film.
Oh, okay.
There's
What are they?
a new
Is this
one
a
in the works.
prequel they're doing?
It's called Skull, and it's the name of obviously the movie, and it's the name of the first Predator that journeyed to Earth. Daunt.
Okay, so this is a story about what's the species called?
What'd you call me? I don't know.
Yachtja, I'm pretty sure.
Sure. I don't actually know the name. It's sad that I don't know the name because I love the Predator franchise.
Anyways, the first Predator is amazing. It's one of my favorite films.
Yeah,
it's so
and they're going to try to
good.
touch on that again. There's a strong female lead.
They haven't
basically one-on-one again.
They're going for like a G.I. Jane kind of thing.
Exactly. They're going to try. They say they're going to
get a bad bitch in there.
Yeah, and it's not a reboot; it's a prequel. Yeah, and
so it's going to take place.
You'll catch it on
Earth.
Hulu.
Oh, I love that.
Straight to Hulu.
I'm glad.
Going straight there.
You know,
right
I'm
there
glad platforms are getting major titles now. You know, Amazon, Netflix, Hulu. You know, included with your subscription, you're getting some pretty decent movies if you compare to like what Netflix originals used to be. Like we're getting some cool stuff now.
Netflix originals are getting all over the place.
Fully produced. It's a lot.
It's getting garbage, and everything just gets canceled. But yeah, you'll be able to watch it on Hulu.
Everything gets canceled. Every time I get excited about something, it gets canceled.
I think they might line this up with the new Hellraiser series coming out because that's going straight to Hulu as well.
And then a new Chucky series coming out too.
New Chucky, sci-fi, looks like shit, but I'll watch it because I love garbage. I don't think it looks. I don't think it looks great.
Horror is one of those interesting genres where even bad horror is still fun horror. You know, think of a bad comedy, not fun. Think of a bad romance, not fun. Bad horror, yeah. I'll get a beer. Let's watch this.
Always
I don't know.
Fun. It's just funny to look at how bad that is. Yeah.
You mentioned everything gets canceled, and I hate that you're excited about something that gets canceled. something that just got canceled, not thrown away, but definitely canceled. It was going to go to HBO. They were going to make a series about The Shining called
Overlook. Yeah, I read
HBO just
that.
dropped it. HBO just dropped it.
Damn it, HBO
Could
Max
could still get
HBO,
picked
yeah.
up if there's enough work done. It could still be picked up, but I don't know. That felt like something perfect for HBO. HBO likes to bend the rules a little
Yeah.
bit, you know. I don't know. News I found. I'm really excited about this. So, I really like ARGs, alternate reality game, where like you ever see like a strange video, you're like, God, that's so weird, rubbed me the wrong way, and you turned out that they connected that video to like say for example, I don't know, say you get like one for example that's not super popular but still really fun. You get an infomercial that's really weird, doesn't make any sense, and it's for this like algae medicine, and it's going to make everything better. But then
Oh,
the
take
infomercial,
Allegra. Don't take it if you're fucking paranoid.
but
depressed,
but that
pregnant,
commercial
shitting.
is just a little weird, a little dark, a little crazy. And you go to that website, and there's a website. It won't let you buy it, but it links you to another website, then a Twitter feed, and then a really scary show, and then you know what I mean. Like that's an alternate reality game. It's things that just bend the rules a little bit. It ties into something called unfiction, which is getting more and more popular in the world of horror, where something looks like it could be real, but it's clearly made for entertainment, right? It's being dubbed as unfiction.
Ex Machina.
So there was this. What'd you say?
Go on.
It's like you're sipping a glass of wine. Go on, Pion.
Go on. Continue talking your words.
Are you an alien? Who talks like that? Anyways, so unfiction and ARG. So it's combining fun. There's a new space in horror. You know what I mean? That's just connecting the dots. It's making interactive games out of creepy videos. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's fun. There was this girl on Twitter who's like, "Hey, I remember watching this show on YouTube called Paranormal Paranoids about these researchers, but I can't find it. Anyone help me?" Turns out there is a YouTube channel, Paranormal Paranoids, about these researchers that are all friends, and they're all of a sudden everything's fine, but a couple episodes in, things get really creepy, things get really scary, right? It's an ARG. The person looking for this episode isn't real. That's part of the game. The found footage isn't real. It's made up, like Blair Witch, right? Anyways, it leaves a cliffhanger, you know, where they're all in peril, something terrible happens. That's a great idea. Now, there was an idea to make this into a film. Who got this is a great YouTuber named Chris Stuckman. Reviews films. Very honest, very great taste. He's made a bunch of short films his entire life. He now gets the reins from busting his ass off, going to all these film premieres, talking, making connections, working on film projects in spare time. He's now in charge of making this a film. So you have real, authentic horror artists making a passion project is now being led by a horror fan who loves to create film, and now he's getting a budget to make something real. This is true indie art come to life with money backing.
That's pretty cool.
I'm so excited. It's a beautiful thing. I'm sorry about the beach, but I absolutely love when
I was
Hollywood,
like, what the fuck is
I'm
this
sorry, man. I just
But
love
I
it.
catch.
I love it
I held
when an
on.
original, like when a group of people that give a shit, that have something new to present to the table, actually get some backing, some funding, and get a chance, man. I'm excited. I'm excited.
That's really cool.
I can't wait for this to happen.
Hmm.
Hell yeah. Long live art, man.
Long live art.
Next
Want
week.
another horror news?
Of course I do.
I'm gonna save it.
Folks,
Never mind.
do
No,
you
I
want
don't
some?
want it.
Oh, you're teasing me. You're teasing the
fuck
people,
else.
our killer fans.
Nick Cage is coming out with another movie
Oh, shit. What?
with Bill Moseley which is he's in Devil's Rejects, those things. Anyways, it's called Prisoners of Ghostland, out in September, and Nick Cage is gonna be fighting ghost samurai and ninjas, so that's gonna be tight.
I'm sorry. One more time. Nick Cage is gonna be fighting
ghost samurais and ninjas.
Where is my goddamn popcorn?
This is what Nick Cage said. It's out there. I wear a skin-tight black leather jumpsuit with grenades attached to it to different body parts. And if I don't rescue the governor's daughter from the state line, where all the ghosts are at, and bring her back, they're going to blow me up. Yes! September 17th. Here we go.
Mark your calendars. For those of you that think that's ridiculous, I don't know why you're listening.
I don't know what
epic,
he's doing.
Fantastic news. That just reminds me of the
samurais
best,
and ninjas.
The best fake commercial ever is at the end of Talladega Nights. They're talking about chewing gum, and they literally just say, "If you don't like Big Red, then fuck you."
That's Nick Cage's whole career.
God, that is epic. That is epic. Hey, next week we've got a very interesting request.
What is it?
It's horror adjacent.
Okay.
It's directly sci-fi, but I mean, there's plenty of gore.
All sci-fi is horror.
It counts.
Except for Gattaca and maybe Armageddon. I don't know. It's pretty terrifying to have a meteor crash. Anyways, go on. What is it? Tell me.
Starship Troopers.
Fuck yeah. That counts. Oh,
Starship Troopers. Hey, thank you all so much for your request. We appreciate you so much. Starship Troopers, that's going to be a hell of a doozy. Dude. Thank you all for 40 episodes.
Fucking excited.
I'm so excited.
I'm so excited.
Beaming.
I'm so excited.
Check us out on Instagram at Kings of Kill Podcast, on Twitter at KKill Podcast, on TikTok at Kings of Kill, and now we're on YouTube. Steven's dancing. I have no idea why.
Dude,
you can check out Steven dancing on YouTube. We're putting the whole episodes up there. Check us out. Look for us, Kings of Kill. Thank y'all so much. Happy 40, man.
Happy 40th.
Why are you giving me sexy eyes? What are you doing?
Had to close out cool.
Oh, that's your cool bro voice. I like it. Yeah, thank you all so much. This is a blast, and we're glad you're here for the ride. Share the show with everyone you know. I'm Zach.
I'm Steven.
Together we are the Kings of Kill.